and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see by today's title, I have my current everyday makeup, and this is pretty much what I wear every day. I just switch up the lipstick, and sometimes on my eyelid I will have like a shimmer, but if not it'll be matte like it is today. So if you would like to see how I did this look, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I'm gonna start by setting my primer, and yes, you heard that right, setting my primer with my NYX HD powder, literally just all over my T-zone. I can't remember who I learnt this from, but I know that whoever I learnt it from Wayne Goss, the makeup artist or something, and it actually works. So yeah, as you can see, I'm taking my Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and I put it on like the majority of my face with my Real Techniques brush, because that gives me the coverage that I want with less foundation. And then I blend it out with a sponge. And again, this again is something new that I learnt off someone, and I can't remember who I learnt it off, but it's someone that I watch on YouTube. I really wish I could remember, but I can't. But yeah, literally you don't have to use as much foundation because you get the coverage that you want from the brush, but then you blend it out so it's like flawless with the Real Techniques sponge, or whatever sponge it is that you have, and you're pretty much done. So once I've got on my foundation, I'm then going to put on concealer, and I currently mixing two concealers together. As you can see, I have huge bags under my eyes. I started an extra job this week, so I've worked 6 days instead of my usual 4, and on 2 of those days it was with children, and on my first day it was 18 children, and on my second it was 30, and it was early morning, so yes, I'm tired. So I'm just blending out that concealer with my concealer Real Techniques sponge. I'm really making sure that I press it in like from left to right so it gets into my creases every which way. And then I'm going to set that with the yellow shade from my Table Contour Kit, which I love. And Jaclyn Hill actually taught me to press my powder in left to right, like literally press it on top and then swipe so that the creases don't appear. It was either Jaclyn Hill or Tati from Grandma Guru. So I do put on like excess of that, and it's almost like baking but not, because I just let it sit there. So I'm just setting that T-zone again with that same powder from earlier from NYX, and then setting the rest of my face with it, but really making sure I get that forehead because it goes so oily. And then I'm going to wipe, like sweep under my eyes with that excess yellow powder that I left under there. It's like the world's smallest baking, and any excess again just in the middle. And I'm going to contour using my Table Contour Kit. As always, I first come in with a smaller angled brush, and as you can see I do have like a natural shadow, and that's pretty much just where I go. I don't do anything over the top really. And then I mix 2 shades together and blend that out using a bigger angled brush. I'm not into no harsh lines. Bring that up to the corner of my forehead just to help make it all even. It's crazy how my under eye looks crazy light, but once all my makeup's on, it like blends really well. It's crazy. So as you can see, just making sure it's blended everywhere. And then I'm just going to contour my nose a little bit. So I do bring it from like my brows down to my nose, but it's kind of out of focus. But you can, contour all your face any way that you like. I mean, if you don't want to contour your nose, you don't have to contour your nose. I just like to do it. Show you the base pretty much. Nothing too spectacular. And I'm going to fill in my brows. I did tint my brows last night, no, 2 nights ago. So it looks like I've got a lot more going on there than what I actually do have. so it's a lot easier for me. So I'm just taking my NYX Micro Brow Pencil, drawing the line at the bottom and then drawing the line at the top. If you could just leave it like that for a day-to-day like natural brow look, but obviously I like to be a little bit extra. That's me just trying to make them as symmetrical as possible. I know with eyebrows it's practically impossible, but it's worth a shot, right? And then once I've done that, I then take my Dip Brow pomade and just add a little bit of that up in the front because it's not as harsh as the pencil. With my spoolie, I just run that through my brows just to make sure that everything is like blended and not too harsh. And that's my brows, they're pretty simple really. I'm then going to take my Becca palette, which I love, and that brown shade, and literally just put that all up in the crease. Pretty high up to the brow bone and pretty far into the eye. It's just a really, really gorgeous shade and I absolutely love it. And then on that same brush, bring it underneath the lash line. Quite smoked out to be honest, but because it's such a, like, I don't want to say neutral, but because it is such a nice shade, it doesn't look dark, it just looks like, oh look, there's eyeshadow under there, if that makes sense. Then from that same palette, I'm going to take that purple shade on a pencil brush and create a extended V on the outer edge. So as you can see, it's like quite a big V from the top to the bottom. And then blend them both together with that same brush from earlier. It's so simple, but it just looks like you've made an effort, but you've not made too much effort for an everyday thing, if that makes sense. Like when you've got to be at work at 8:30 in the morning, it works. And then I just add more until it's like dark enough for what I like. And then here I'm just taking the, like, what could I was going to say champagne, but it's not champagne, like the creamy shimmery shade, just putting that in my brow. Sometimes I'll put that in my tear duct and on my eyelid, and then sometimes I'll put that shade on my eyelid, but today I decided not to. And then I'm just going to put on my wing eyeliner because no makeup tutorial is complete without my wing eyeliner, let's be honest. And for an everyday, so it's not too dramatic, lol, I use a brown one. But of course, you could skip the eyeliner, or if you wanted to be more dramatic, you could use a black. Or you could just do just line the lash line, you don't have to do a wing. Or if you don't want to do any of that, you can just put mascara on, or you could just put mascara and falsies. The world is your oyster. Wait, is that what they say? I'm not sure, but you know what I mean. And that is my wings. Looking pretty even today, which was a success. I'm then just going to pop on some mascara. Sometimes I'll only put mascara on my bottom lashes because my bottom lashes are like amazing. But I went for top and bottom today. And it doesn't look random if I only put it on the bottom, which I know is crazy, but it works. And then I'm going to take my face palette and apply some blush. And Amaretto is like my favourite blush ever. It like warms up the skin, but just adds a little bit of something extra, and it's just so pretty. I love it. And I have also learnt from Glamour Guru about the blushing forehead. So just bring some extra into the forehead, onto the nose, and on the chin. And then I'm just saying, so sometimes I mix the highlights, sometimes I just use one. Today I mix them both together, and yeah, I know. It's amazing. Let's just take a moment of silence to appreciate that highlight. And then obviously down the bridge of the nose, Cupid's bow, bottom lip, chin, whole face, why not? And then lips. I mix this up all the time. Usually it's a brown or a dark brown, but I wore this on my Instagram the other day and I liked it, so I decided to rock it again for the sake of the video. So first I put on the peachy lipstick, which is hella bright, I know, and then I came in with like a pinky lip liner and created like an ombre sort of look, and I really liked it. I thought it was really pretty for the wannabe summer that we've got over here. And that is pretty much my makeup done. It's not anything too fancy, but you look decent. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all on Wednesday. Bye!